Hi everyone, this is a flower video, and it's actually for Wenche, because I really wanted to make a video. I really wanted to make this package something that it will seem like I was just standing right beside her when she's gonna make the flowers. But I'm not, because I'm not going to Norway. And she's not going to Denmark right now. So, I don't know. I'm gonna send you this, and this one, this one, and this one. This one, I don't have any finished flowers, but I wanted to show you the fabric so you can feel it and everything. I have cut it. You just have to melt the edges and you will get a flower a little bit like here. I put 3 or 4 pieces together and you will get something flimsy like this. Okay, so that is this one, and there's 2 I can see. And then we have like this material, and I put a dangle on it. Wenche is finally crafting here on YouTube. She has a challenge, reuse, reduce challenge. That means thrift store finds, you divide it into 2 or give a little bit of it away and you receive something else. So she has in her starter video, challenge video, she has a list over things she needs, and I have packaged those, but she wanted to know a little bit more about my flowers that I make. So yeah, I'm gonna give you this purple one. It's very, when you just lay it flat, it's very dull, but if you have it like up, it and you twist it, you get a little bit more volume, and it, like, I don't know, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. But this fabric, I have cut it into strips, and you just have to fold it and you can make these long ones. If you cut the strip into 2, you can like make smaller flowers like these. So yeah, that is the purple one, that was the white one. Then we have like this one, that is this, and you also get the backing. It's half a shirt, and I'll roll it out. It's the half of a shirt, and you have the embroidery with pearls and everything. You cut off the pearls, you can use that as trim, and then there's some smaller pearls, you just have to cut around it. What I do, and you have cut this piece off, you like put it together, do like so, and maybe one more. Cut a piece here and a piece here. I think I did a part of a video. I will put it in the end of this video. And where I cut around my finger and everything. This piece is a cotton piece. I don't know what to do with it right now, but you can always do rolled roses, very shabby rolled roses. So this front material, I use it for these ones, and I use it for the cinched flowers that you make. Oh, lollipop flower, I think. those you have made some of, they were very beautiful in your last video. So that's it here. Yes, and this one, that is just a strip like this. I melt the edges. I just did a straight stitch all the way, and then I gathered it, and it became like this. And why it become like beautiful flower is because it's very long. What is it? It's around 20 centimeters here, so it's around 40 centimeters, I think, in the length, and gathered up like that, it becomes like this. Yes, and then you just put a centerpiece in it. The centerpieces, I will come back to that. Then we have this material. I'm not gonna open it because it was really difficult to put the ribbon around. It was not very big. And there's a dangle you can use on your journals or something. There's a lot of appliques. As you can see, it's a scarf. Just the material, I wanted to show you the material is the same kind of material I always use. Light nylon, just works. And the trick I do is that I take 2 or 3 different materials, something that's a little bit heavier, something lighter like organza in between. So you could like take this one, put some blue organza and some blue tulle, and just put them on top of each other. And the organza and the tulle, I don't cut into circles, I just cut them into squares. I just place them in between, I will show you in a moment, and then I melt them in the end. So because these ones, the melting point on these are lower than the fabric, so that means when I've put it together and this one is like outside, it won't be hot enough for this material to curl up or melt more, because this one is gonna melt before the other one. Okay? I don't know if I explain it correctly, but when you work with the materials and you try it, you'll figure out that they have a different melting point. All kind of materials. Yes. Then I will give you some of this. I cut it into 2 pieces. That was also a piece of a shirt, and it has this ruffle. I've always dreamed of just putting a sewing line from a sewing machine onto it, a ribbon underneath, and make trims out of this. But I end up just cutting it into flowers. So I cut circles out of them, and I melt the edges, and I will try to show you afterwards, when I'm finished to talk about the materials, how I'm gonna put this together for a flower. So this material you're gonna get, you can use it as trims. So you have it for a ruffle trim on a page or something. If you can see that, if you cut it here and here, you have an excellent trim for a journal. But you can also just iron it, and and make it into a into flowers. It's still the same kind of material, and it I don't know, this material, it just, when you melt it, it makes this very heavy, here's the camera, it's a very hard plastic surface, and it gets darker than the color of the material, and that's why it's gonna do something special. I can't explain it. Then I'm gonna give you a piece of this one. This is a lining from one of the other shirts, and I wanted to show you what you can use this for, because you can't, I can't make it work because it's so flimsy, so I can't make it work for these ones. I can't make it work for this kind of flower because it will just lay flat, and you know, it's like, it does not work. So what I will do with this, and I'm gonna give you a piece of that, I am gonna cut a strip here. It's just because most of the dresses and blouses or shirts that I buy, they have this kind of material as a lining, because it's like when you get this one to your skin, it's very nice, and the other one that's almost see-through, it lays very flat on top of this kind of material. So that's why the stores or the manufacturer use this material a lot. But I have tried to figure out how to use it. But what you do is you take a strip and you just roll it. It's easier if you have a felt circle and you just put a dab of glue in the center. That is where I do the glue. And you just put this one here. I don't have my glue gun here, and that's why I can't show you. And then you twist the material here and you turn it around, put a dab of glue here, and then you twist and you make. So I don't know if I can make it without a glue gun, but let's try. Sometimes I can, if it's a little bit heavier like cotton, you can like sew it together, but here you can see a roll. Oh, there's like too much glare. Can you see that? If I do this, yeah. So that is what you can use this kind of material for, and you can sew small seed beads on it and stuff. So yeah, if you like, Wenche, I would love to send you some links to Pinterest, where I've seen some ideas for these, how to use these. Okay. I will make a rose for you and put it in the package so you can get inspired. So you will get a sample of the finished flower, and you will get a sample of the material. Yes? Okay, so far so good. Then this one, just to show you how I make these. I took a bit of different sizes, so I'm just gonna lay them so I know what size everything is. Here, here, here. And then we have these two. We have this one in between, this one, and then this one comes. I think I will do it like this row. Then we have, that's why I took the tool, because I think it was too, and this one is not a white tool, but it's like a bit of the same color as this one, and it's very big in the holes, so yeah. So what do? I do like here, just gonna fold it so I have a kind of size, so you can see it's thinner and wider on the other end, but it doesn't matter. This size is something I like, so I do this. Be careful not to cut in your own hand, and I do like so. And here, I'm never specific with measurements on my petals or anything. It's totally random. Why? Because it gets the most beautiful finish. I think it's more live and stuff. I could have used some organza in between. It will give it a little bit more, but this one is very white and I'm not gonna tea dye right now, so if I had more I would have tea dyed this and it would have matched more, but I'm gonna make this work anyway. This is the most stiffest of the material because I don't have this one in a bigger size, or else I would have started with this. I like something a little bit stiff in the end so it can hold the other fabrics. Yes. So we'll start with the tool and just put these ones, and because it's the same material I'm gonna put one more in between, and then because it's a long circle, I don't know what it's called, sorry, I am not English is my second language. I am from Denmark, for the new ones, so you will hear a lot of, I don't know what it's called in my videos. I'm sorry. I would have loved another material more, but it's okay. For now you can see it's very flat. I hope for more you know, cup shape at some point. I'm just gonna lay them flat on top of each other, and then we put one more here. You can see it, more layers, more, I'm gonna put just 2 stitches here in the center, so I'm gonna hold that together with that, and it's gonna curl more and more here. One more of these. I think I will do a smaller piece here. These ones I never throw away because I always use tools. Not tools. So here. And this one is actually curling more this way, so I will put it the other way around. And then that is a, yeah, knot. I'm gonna start from the back and just up in between, and I'm gonna punch my finger, of course. And then I took, okay, take the needle out. That I do a lot. So I just take one of these, yeah. I just put it in the center here, so I keep the petal where I want them, like so, and I can let it go. and I will thread my needle again, which I often do. That's often why I do a double thread when I thread my needle. So I am just roughly gonna make one cross in the center. Yeah, here you can see it. I'm just gonna close it up here, and maybe you're thinking, oh, is that enough? Apparently it is. If you have enough petals, it is enough. And then in just a moment you will see what becomes of it. If I feel like it's not enough and I'm not satisfied with the finish of this, I haven't sewn a ton of thread through it, so it's easier to take apart. Then I need to make sure. If I'm not happy with the finish, I can just go in between, cut one of these, and I can take it all apart and start over. Yes. Now I can see there's a lot of edges here, and if I'm gonna melt them, it's gonna be too chunky. So I'm just gonna roughly cut around and outside the circle of the first, at the biggest circle in the flower. Here we go. There's a lot of offcuts here. I normally throw these ones out. I do know that I can collect a lot of them. I have 6 grocery bags filled with offcuts like this. Because at some point I was thinking, oh my god, I can make my own shabby fabric and everything, and I don't have time for it. So, sorry ladies, I'm gonna throw it out, but you can recycle it into other fabrics. That is a whole another video. Then we need the lighter. It's here. There we go. And then I'm gonna put my finger in the center. I'm gonna move it a little like this, and then I'm just gonna take it here. Hopefully it will curl a little bit more. If it's not, I have another trick for you. This does not smell very nicely. That's why I like to do them outside. You're saying, why so close to the flame? Because I'm doing on camera. Normally I don't do it as close like this. Okay, so that is probably why I would have loved more materials, because this did not work as I wanted it to, and I'm pretty tired. So, but this is actually the way I do it. But I'm just gonna close it. So, as you can see, it's very flat still, and I don't like flat ones. So what am I gonna do? I am gonna do something I never do, because why not just try something else? So, as you can see, they're not stitched very much, so why not just try something? And I'm just gonna twist them a little bit, because I love the edges on them. I love the colors. I just need them to do something. Here. Am I satisfied with this? Yeah, actually I am. So, I'm gonna do what I did before. Put a needle, ouch, in the center here, just to hold the shape. I did actually pinch myself pretty much. There's blood, oh my god. Oh. I've just been working with roses today, and there was just thorns everywhere, and my finger is hurting like, I don't know, a lot right now. So, just gonna show you. Please don't. It did. Maybe I'm too tired for this right now. It's a very small needle, a very short thread. That is actually why I like to sew instead of gluing, because you can always alter these very easily. So as you can see here, I kind of got more thickness in it. It gets more live and stuff, and I don't know, I hope she likes it. And it was just a couple of techniques. I cut this because it was too long, I think, and then I will just meld it with this one. It's because it's a pleated material, it doesn't do as I normally do. And then a beautiful bling center, and you get a very, very shabby flower. And that's how I work with them. They never came out the same way twice. Never. Yes. And then this one, I just put some tulle in a embroidery hoop. I just take a big pill, I think it's a 4 or 6 millimeter, something smaller, and two, what are they, 3 millimeters, yeah, one bling piece, and a diamond shaped pearl. That's from a necklace, this one is from a necklace, these ones are also from necklaces, and this one, I think that is from a belt. So yeah, I just do a lot of them on the tool, and I just, normally I fill out the whole piece of tool, and then I cut them out individually afterwards, but I didn't have more of the bling pieces when I made them, and I already have cut something out for flowers and for gifts and stuff, and it's just ready like this. So yeah. Wenche was asking me for centerpieces on flowers I have made for her, and I do a lot in one go, and I haven't taken any pills out for it right now, but I will link the recipe for how to make it on from Pinterest underneath this video. I have a job interview Tuesday. I am in a tryout for another job right now, so I'm really tired and I don't have time to do all of this right now. So, and I'm also trying to make hair pieces for hairdressers and stuff, and that is not going as great as I wanted it to, because it takes a lot of time and the money I can earn on it is not enough when you look at how much time I use on it. So it will not be a business I can live off, but it will be a business that I can enjoy. So I will do a little bit less projects, shabby chic projects with, you know, wall hangings and all of this. But I will show you some of the techniques that I use in my kind of crafting. So yeah. Don't be afraid to ask me for anything. So yeah, and I have a video from some of my purchase from Donna Little also. So yeah, thank you for watching and have a great day.